Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat.
Bill Wainick knows all about being a Wildcat. Wilbur T Wildcat.
Provide energy, I guess, for the team, for the crowd.
He was Arizona's mascot from 1988 to 1992. But there was a time when Arizona didn't have a nickname or a mascot. In the early days of football, Arizona was simply known as the Varsity. But in 1914, after giving Occidental College a tough game, a Los Angeles Times sports reporter wrote, "The Arizona men showed the fight of Wildcats. The nickname stuck. The next season, Arizona debuted its mascot."
It was an actual live bobcat.
Yeah, Rufus, right?
Yes, a real Wildcat named Rufus, Arizona, after the school president at the time, Rufus B. von Kleinschmidt. He was purchased in 1915 by the freshman football team, but Rufus died in April of 1916 after falling from a tree. Decades later, two students came up with the idea for the first costume mascot. On November 7, 1959, he was introduced at a football game against Texas Tech. Wilbur was an instant hit. In the early days, Wilbur looked more like a craft project, but as the years went by, the costume evolved and so did the Wildcat persona.
And so you could do a lot of fun things. You could just be extremely extrovert.
A self-described introvert, Bill Wainick answered a 1988 ad in the Daily Wildcat and auditioned for the role of Wilbur at a women's basketball game.
I think what put me over the top was Bangles' Walk Like an Egyptian was on, and so I started dancing, and I danced much better in costume.
In the late 80s and early 90s, Bill shaped Wilbur into the mascot we see today. Long gone were Wilbur's six-shooters, replaced by a more appropriate look.
Wilbur needs a jersey. I talked the equipment room into getting me a jersey and giving me number 00 for the football jersey, and had Wilbur T Wildcat on the back. And I think it was well received.
Bill started signing autographs Wilbur T Wildcat, the T standing for the. He also started wearing an Arizona jersey at basketball games with the number 99.
Thought that Wilbur should have Chuck Taylors, so I got the red Converse going.
The physical nature of performing in a costume came at a cost.
For football games, I sweat probably at least 10 pounds every single time.
Wilbur doesn't go at it alone. His wife, Wilma Wildcat, is usually by his side, but according to Bill, she came into existence because of a costume mistake.
That's not Wilbur.
In 1986, a new Wilbur costume arrived with a much more feminine look to it.
That costume created Wilma.
Bill believes Wilma would have eventually been added, but the costume mix-up accelerated Wilbur getting a life partner. Wilbur's had several scuffles with other mascots over the years. For Bill,
I had a beef with Oski, the bear from Cal.
A run-in during an Arizona-Cal football game ended with Oski's head spinning around and the two mascots being pulled apart. Bill points out that the people playing Wilbur and Wilma aren't on scholarship. They don't have NIL deals. That's why he created the Wilbur and Wilma T Wildcat Endowed Scholarship Fund to support students serving as the mascots. Bill recently retired after a long career in the Air Force. His call sign was, of course, Wilbur. And you'll find him at Arizona home games, no longer in costume, but still just as passionate.
If people are being quiet where we're sitting, I'll clap a little louder, or I'll start yelling a little bit more, and just in hopes that people will join in.
Proving once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat, and proving Wilbur Wildcat is absolutely Arizona.